What's up, y'all? How you guys doing this nice, beautiful morning? As always, the refreshing coffee. Alright guys, so this most recent tech news from me making this video, a lot of people seem to enjoy the jokes that we did that video, right? But one in particular that they got like a lot of attention was basically Paul's evil laugh. Yeah, that part. So yeah, basically I just want to do like a quick tutorial on how I did that, right? Now, just so you know, this was actually accidental in the sense of like how good it came out. Because Paul does something at his end that did help make the effect work very well, right? And it's very simple. So this is what I did. Here's a new sequence here. So this is Paul without any visuals, right? Alright, so basically what we gonna do is this. Now, the thing that helps sell this effect very well that I'm pretty sure wasn't planned, because, that's our videos, we don't plan shit, right? But the thing is that Paul, like how he starts and how he ends, it actually makes a massive difference to get a cool look, right, for the end result. And I'm just gonna mute this for now. But as Paul starts laughing, he tilts his head back, little by little. Him doing that actually did help a lot to like sell this effect, right? So what we're gonna do is select the clip, right? So before we start, right, what I'm gonna do is that pretty much the main position, the focus is obviously gonna be on Paul's face, right? So something that I learned that is a massive help is when you select the position, you get a little target point here. See this little blue dot? Obviously I'll zoom in here so you can see it, right? By selecting the position, this appears. What you wanna do is you wanna click and drag this guy over to where Paul's face is at, right? So that's gonna be like the center point. The reason why we do this is because say if like we do some rotation animation, when I rotate, it's gonna rotate from this point. See how it rotates from his chin? Same thing with the scale. When you zoom in, it goes in on his face, right? Pretty much where the point is at. So that's why it's important to do that. So yeah, pretty much grab this guy and position it where you want it. So I'm gonna put it on his chin here. So that's the first thing you wanna do to make sure this animation looks right. So now we're gonna add a keyframe for the position, the scale, and the rotation. Now, without moving anything, we're gonna zoom in on his face a bit, right? So we're gonna zoom in. As you can see, having the positioning scale here, or the target, it helps big time. Gonna move down a bit. Also, as you can see, Paul's kind of like looking a little menacing. He's kind of hunched over towards the front, right? So what I did is to start out with, I kind of tilted it to kind of have his face more upright. Let's see, zoom in here. All right, let's go to start out with. Let's go towards the end. So obviously he goes out of frame. So now we have to like position this in a manner where he's not out of frame. I'm gonna zoom in a bit more, not too crazy. And I'm gonna rotate to keep his head more upright. So now as you can see, I'm starting to get problems here because the edge of the frame is starting to show. So we gotta play along with that, keep that from happening. So basically the idea that helps sell this effect is basically that I'm trying to keep the face upright while the background gets all out of whack, all distorted, right? So far so good. So now if I play this back, so basically, yeah, like his head is upright, but the background kind of gets all funky, right? So that's kind of like what helped to sell this effect. So Paul, like doing that, the tilt back head thing, it did help a lot. And when it comes to animations, right, what you want to do is you want to use the least amount of keyframes, right? So by me just using one keyframe at the beginning and one towards the end, you get more of a smooth animation instead of adding like a bunch of keyframes, because or else it'll get too janky looking, right? So you want to make sure you want to keep it as smooth as possible by using less keyframes. So another thing I did here is obviously we need to like, add some color correction, right? So go to File, New, click Adjustment Layer. I'm gonna create an adjustment layer. For me, it appears here in my bin here underneath my camera. Click and drag this guy over here. It's gonna stretch out to the length, and now I can select it. Again, very simple. So what I'm gonna do is basically, I'm just gonna look for our curves, right? You can simply just type in curve here. Let's get the RGB curves, drop it in the effects, right? So the cool thing about the adjustment layer, anything that's underneath it gets affected by the adjustment layer. That's how it works. So now select the adjustment layer, and what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna go extreme in a sense of like I wanna go really red, because he's evil and shit. Go to here, the master. This one is gonna add some crazy contrast just to make it more intense. I just added red, and I made an an S shape here, basically to make an intense a contrast. So okay, that's looking good. So then what I do here is, if you see here the adjustment layer, if you right click, see in the bottom it says show clip frames, you got opacity, and then this is that's selected here. So this line here is the opacity bar, right? So you are able to hold control on your keyboard, and what that's gonna do is gonna allow me to add a keyframe. So I'm gonna add one here towards the end, then I'm gonna add another one towards the front. Oh, I'm sorry. So I'm gonna add a keyframe at the beginning of the adjustment layer, and then I'm gonna add another one here at the end, right? So as you can imagine, I'm just gonna click and drag this down to 0. Then it's gradually gonna go up to 100%, right? So that's basically what's happening here. You know, if you want, you can like move this in so the animation could be, so the opacity animation could be completed a little earlier. All right, that's looking good so far. Now, something else I did is basically just make it more gritty. I added scratches, and yeah, they're just something that I got out of YouTube. Just go to YouTube, type in film scratch overlay. You get a bunch of this stuff, and you can download them. Right? If you don't know how to download videos from YouTube, there's actually a file software that we use. It's called 4K Downloader. This page, pretty much, you can say you select the video that you want. You select the link, right? Then you right click, copy. You get the 4K downloader, you hit paste link, and then pretty much it gives you like options of which resolution you want to download, right? You select where you want to download, then you know, there you go, right? It's free, right? Just type in 4K downloader. Yeah, 4K video downloader. It should be one of the first ones. Yeah, this is the one, right? So simple stuff, right? And just, you know, to be full disclosure, you know, make sure they are okay with it. Be respectful. You know, if this guy says no credit needed, no problem. So yeah, just, you know, keep in mind of those little things, right? Please. I got my film scratches here. I'm gonna find an area where I kind of like it. Over here looks like there's a lot of scratches going on. So select that area, click it, drag it over here, stretch this out a bit. It's a small file, as you can see here. So I have to scale that guy up. I just didn't realize how fucking tiny that was, to be honest. Now with the blend mode, we just hit screen. And pretty much it gets all gritty. That's pretty much it, right? With the music, I got an audio pack, and this is old from Video Copilot. Yeah, there's a company called Video Copilot, and they sell a lot of products for editing, right? So when it comes to like stock effects, I actually use something called Pro Scores. This is music, right? The cinematic. Yeah, I've been using this thing for fucking years. Now, you don't have to get it. I'm just showing you what I get, right? But actually, if you go to your music library, you go to free music, just type in scary. And there's something that comes up here as Dead Forest, like the cinematic. You just play that. Oh shit. Actually, let's download this just to mess around, just to see how it works with this this tutorial. All right, here's my song, Dead Forest. Gonna drop that into my project file. Let's see, we can pick a spot where it sounds cool. Yeah, there you go. Fuck it, right here. Select that section. I'm gonna right click, let's do audio gain. Let's do -15. That should be it. All right, so now we play this back. All right, yeah, maybe I can go a little louder. So right click again, audio gain. Let's do -10 this time. That should be it. There you go. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, so basically what helps this animation is Paul, the way how he started, and obviously, you know, him tilting back, you know. So I don't know, if you want to do this effect with somebody or yourself, just keep that in mind. You know, give yourself enough like visual space in the background, and then as you're laughing, you're tilting back. You just create an animation with the camera, you know, keeping the head straight. Then the background gets all tilted and makes that visual that looks pretty cool that we got here going on with Paul, right? So head straight. See that? The background is all fucked up. I'm keeping the head straight throughout the whole animation, but the background is obviously being tilted. Hope you guys liked the video. If it helped you out, I'll put some QR codes. If you want to hook it up with a coffee, I'll appreciate it. If you guys can't, don't worry about it. I'm still going to make these videos because I enjoy sharing what I know. And this is fun and all the good stuff. But, if you got any questions, leave a like, comment, and all the good stuff. I really appreciate you guys for watching this. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Take care and peace.